Welcome back to week number 3 of the Master Duel Challenger Cup review. As you can see, this week we had 4 different Challenger Cups happening. All of them were not really big, so not that much to go through, but we had a couple of really interesting decks, so let's get into the action. First Challenger Cup we had was the one from Rainy Brain, 64 players, and Hide on Bush took it down. Funnily enough, this is a subscriber of the Lampy YGO community, so the community is going strong, and he brought as his first deck this Sword Soul deck, and there's nothing too crazy about it. You see double Cosmic Cycle in the main deck, which is rather standard though, because Runic is a thing in the metagame right now, so you definitely don't want to disrespect it. Also, it can be quite good versus Despia and Sword Soul, so definitely not a bad card to play. But he played another deck that is a little bit more out of the box, and it is Striker DPE. So we see there are the... Wait, where are the Fusion Destinies actually? Lol. It says Striker DPE, but there's no DPE in it. I just saw the title and now I look through the list, but there's no DPE in it. But yeah, it is just pure Striker, and very much a going second deck. As you can see, there's a lot of hand interactions such as Imperm, Veiler, Ash, Maxi, all that kind of stuff. Also going second cards such as Cosmic, Raigeki, Unforbidden Droplet, and in general, you know that Striker is a really cool deck going second, so whenever he went second, that was a deck that he definitely preferred to play, and I saw him play it, and also in general, he's a very big fan of the deck, so understandable that he would pick this deck for sure. Second deck, or second tournament we had was the Lithium tournament. Again, 64 players, and the winner was Smug Jill. And Smug Jill, I texted with him, is a very, very big fan of the Despia deck, and he very much thinks that this is the best deck in the current format in Master Duel, and therefore he was running with a Despia deck basically in all of best of one. Whenever he played in Swiss or in every game one, he just chose his crystal clear going first or best of one Despia list, as you can see here. Also, again, nothing too crazy. I think it's definitely optional to play the field spell. Not a lot of people are doing it, but he chose to do so. But besides that, nothing too crazy. Maybe you could argue to cut down a little bit on the tragedies. And also, super polymerization is not super standard anymore, but maybe it is coming back with more and more Despia around in the format. Let's see, but definitely not too bad. But he did not only bring this Despia deck, he chose to bring multiple of them, because when you have the chance to go into best of 3 and top cut, you gotta be prepared. And you see here, he has a going first Despia list as well. Main decking, there can be only one. Cutting down on going second cards, such as the super polymerization we were just talking about. So this deck was for the situations where he knew he would be going first in top cut after he maybe lost game number 1 or something like that, or maybe going into game 3. So he definitely wanted to have a Floodgate in his main deck as well, being there can be only one, so that's totally understandable. Then he has another list, and this is the going second list then. As I said, you want to have a going first list, but also you want to prepare more for going second as well. And there you can see that he was running more hand interactions such as the Imperms, and also the Forbidden Droplets as going second cards, but no super polymerization, as you can already see from the deck title already, and Nibiru's in the main deck. I think that's quite interesting, because we did not see a whole lot of Nibiru's at all in those Challenger Cup lists, so I'm interested, I'm actually curious that he decided to play this card over, for example, Ash Blossom, because Ash Blossom would be really good versus Despia, but he decided against it. He was like, hey, I can play the Mirror of Fine, so I'll just go with Nibiru, which targets Sword Soul and all the other big combo decks way more. And then I think, yeah, one more list from him. He does not only have that one going second list, but he decided to have 2 going second lists, which I really, really like, because now he has the option to go for combo, and the list we just saw was his combo approach to go second. And now he has a go second approach to back row decks as well. As you can see, Lightning Storms and also the evenly matched. He's really, really prepared for decks like Runic Stun, for Labyrinth and stuff like that. So I really, really appreciate the work that he put in to prepare multiple going second decks. And therefore he was rewarded with the title in the Lithium Challenger Cup. So shoutouts to Smug Jill, and we're going over to the Trape Challenger Cup. 64 players once again. Shoku Nest was the winner here, and we see that is the list that he played in all of best of 1 and in top cut whenever he had to go into game 1. And this list is actually interesting. It's not the first Salamangreat list we see in those reviews, but this one is quite unique because this is for best of 1, and still he threw in so many cards that are really going first or going second heavy. As you can see, double anti-spell fragrance, double evenly matched, double dimensional barrier, triple forbidden droplet. Honestly, this looks dangerous to me, because, like, you could just open going first with a hand of forbidden droplet, evenly matched and stuff like that, or going second you just open the dimensional barrier and the anti-spell. That doesn't feel good to me. But it worked out for him, so that was his general list going first, but he was prepared for a top cut as well. He had a go second approach to the deck as well. As you can see, he just threw out all the going first cards such as anti-spell and dimensional barrier and replaced them with more forbidden droplets, more evenly matched, and also more hand traps such as the Ash Blossoms and stuff like that. So also the Impermanence, a beautiful Royal Rare Impermanence here as well, of course. That looks way more balanced. It looks like a good going second deck. I can definitely understand the approach behind this list. And then last but not least, maybe the biggest surprise of this week, he also piloted Marincess, and that was his going first deck of choice. He's very much into Cyber's decks, he told me, and therefore he also piloted this deck. And he's like, going first with Rose Match, with the Marincess monster and the field spell, it is really, really hard to out it. Also, when you bring in Crystal Heart, there's literally no way to even out it. There's always Marincess Wave in the back, so he was really, really a big fan of it, and it worked out in Top Cut. He brought this in game 2s and 3s where he had to go first, and it worked out like a charm. So definitely Shuku Nest, a master of the cyber strategies, and definitely a deserved winner for this tournament. And the last tournament we had was the one from good old Riley 141, a 32-player one, and Thunder Theory won it. Shoutouts to the fellow content creator. He took it down with Sword Soul, and he only sent me one list, and he was like, yeah, in case you're wondering why this list looks a little bit weird, especially the extra deck, it is because I just did not have more cards. This is just my card pool, and I didn't have more, so that's what I had to work with, and still he managed to go through and just take it down all the way. And yeah, the choices he was talking about most likely were like the Million, the Chaos Ruler. Those are cards you usually don't see in this. Liner is also far away from being standard. The One of Talents, kind of funny, but definitely should be inspiration for you guys. Even though your deck may not be finished just yet, go ahead and play in those Challenger Cups, because you can absolutely still take them down. You can absolutely still win them. So that was all the decks from week number 3. I hope you enjoyed it. We will be seeing us again for week number 4. And there's a bunch of tournaments. I can already tell you, there's like 10 different tournaments, so many of them already announced. Can't wait for all the action. We're going to be there to analyze it. See you for that very soon.